We humans have a divine seed within us. There's nothing, you have nothing to fear. All right? We've been told to be fearful of the spiritual realm. We've been told to be fearful of demons. We've been told to be fearful of dead spirits. But we are giants in the spiritual realm, ladies and gents.
Do not be fearful that you're selling your soul to the devil by seeking to connect with celestial forces. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are doing lovely. I'm excited to get into this topic today. I'm going to be talking to you guys about lunar magic, its potency. I'm going to be talking to you about its effects, its psychological effects. I'm going to talk to you about the benefits of working with lunar magic. Now, I got my notes on my phone, so I'm going to be looking at my phone and be looking at the camera. So let's just go with the flow. All right. So in regards to working rituals, you got to consider that when you're operating magic, the more effort you put into it, the more of a psychological impact it has on your mind, which essentially attunes you to whatever it is that you're seeking to manifest. All right, so when you incorporate different components, such as planetary influences, lunar influences, sigils, specific planetary hours and days, so on and so forth, you got to consider your magical operation like a microscope. All right. The more layers of glass that you put into it, the sharper the focus gets, the more precise it gets. And this precision essentially is the power of your consciousness. This is what you're focusing. All right. So considering the lunar cycles, we got 4 lunar cycles to work with. Essentially, you have the new moon, which is the dark moon. This is when there isn't light out. The moon is hidden. Typically, this time is used for darker rituals, either, summoning demons of the darker realm. This is used for banishment, if you're seeking to get rid of something. All right, this is essentially to release yourself. This has if you really think about a dark moon, it's got a dark connotation. You're not welcoming things into your life, you're ridding yourself of it. And when you're working with darker entities, you use the dark moon out of honor for them, out of respect for them. All right? Now, moving on, you have a waxing moon. A waxing moon is when it's building up to a full moon. Now, this phase of the moon can be used to build momentum, so that you can actually launch something. There is no rigid structure to it, but one thing to note is that the greater the effort you put, the greater effect on your reality it will have. Okay? And what I mean by this is that I'm going to give you an example. When I am seeking to manifest something using magic, first of all, I'm not going to indulge, or rather, I'm not going to immerse myself in a magical operation for something minuscule, for something mundane. If I'm going to use magic to alter my reality, it's because it's going to be something terrific, something enormous. All right? And I'll devote an entire month. I'll be in ritual from the full moon to the next full moon. So I'm working through the entire month, 28 days, in ritual, embedding what it is that I'm seeking to manifest deep within my consciousness. When you are attuning yourself to whatever it is that you're seeking to manifest, it is changing your vibration as a whole, not only emotionally, but spiritually, mentally. Therefore, it ramifies in altering your external reality. You change your inner reality, and your external reality changes with it. All right? So now, full moons, to be frank, are possibly the best time to do any sort of magical operation because of its potency. And now, we cannot negate the effect that the moon has on life, period. First of all, it pulls the tides of the water. We ourselves are similar to the planet. We're around 70% water. Of course, the moon has an effect on us. I'm sure you ladies watching this have experienced becoming synchronized with the lunar cycle in regards to your menstrual cycle. That I find very interesting. Okay, and this is a phenomenon that happens to many women, if not the majority, if not all, at least once in their lifetime. We cannot negate the fact that the planetary systems influence our reality, and we can harness these energies, not only to attune ourselves energetically to something that we're trying to manifest or alter energetically, but we can harness this for blessings, for charging ourselves, for cleansing ourselves. And that's exactly what I'm going to talk to you about. I'm not going to get into the intricacies of advanced magic or anything of that sort, but this is more so a video catered to beginners, those seeking to feel divinity through the use of lunar magic. All right? I'm basically describing this information to you out of experience. At the age of 16, I began performing a ritual that is called drawing down the moon. It's a Wiccan ritual, and it's essentially a ritual that entails drawing down the goddess. The goddess is a term that is highly associated with the moon. I mean, we have the Roman goddess Luna. There are a multitude of lunar goddesses that I'm not too concerned with naming. Nevertheless, I personally associate the moon with feminine energy. And when I was young, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But I felt inclined to talk to the moon, to call upon the lunar energy as a goddess. All right? And not that it has an anthropomorphic form. It's just a feminine energy. So in order to tap into lunar energy, you have to intentionally seek to build a bond, a connection with it. It's kind of like going into nature, ladies and gents. You could go into the ocean and you can connect with the water. You intentionally connect with the water. You ask it, cleanse me, cleanse whatever impurities, and you allow the ocean to cleanse you. And you can actually have an energetic exchange with nature. And this is what's so fascinating and something that I find so amazing. And I'm so grateful to have found through my journey of exploring Wicca. Now, I'm not Wiccan, but that is a foundation that I have when it comes to exploring the occult realm. I began exploring Wicca, and Wicca is a very nature and elemental based practice. And what this does is that by connecting with nature, you get to experience divinity firsthand. Okay? So, mind you, I was brought up as a Catholic, and going to church, praying, and following the whole routine just didn't cut it for me. I felt empty. And at the age of 16, I was yearning for a connection with divinity. And sure enough, I got the call. I got the call, and I found the light beneath the full moon, ladies and gents. And I've been on the path ever since. I mean, I've been practicing occult sciences for over half my life. Now, back to this lunar energy. What you want to do is that you intentionally want to connect with it. You want to intentionally affiliate yourself with it. So it's a highly potent approach to use the lunar cycles. Like I mentioned earlier, if you want to build something, if you want to build up energy, you use the waxing moon. All right, if you want to begin the process of releasing something from your life, you use the waning moon. If you want to do something in the moment, the full moon is very powerful, ladies and gents. All right, and again, I'm not going to get into practices of manifestation or spell casting using the moon in this video. I'm more so going to equip you with knowledge that will facilitate you in you performing your own ritual in order to invite the lunar energy in order for you to connect with the lunar energy, in order for you to experience this lunar energy. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read to you guys something that one of my Patreons wrote me. This young man, he's interested in connecting here with his inner self, essentially, and I gave him this practice. In fact, he's one of the reasons why I'm creating this video, is that he's an inspiration, or he inspired me to do so. Now, let me tell you what this individual wrote. He said, "Brother, there are moments that one experiences that will forever impact and change your life. Last night was one of them. Last night was a full moon. I became one with all the elements, and I can truly say the moon and I became one. I was able to draw the light and the essence of the moon. At one point, my eyes began to tear, but it was beautiful feeling. It was a beautiful feeling and sensation that filled my body, mind, and soul. At certain points, I saw the moon start to move and multiply. And at another instance, I saw a face of a woman within the moon. The whole experience lasted about 30 minutes. I followed your advice and guidelines, and I look forward to experiencing it again. Ladies and gents, it's quite simple. It's quite simple. You don't have to get too intricate when drawing down lunar energy. Okay, and I'm gonna equip you with the knowledge necessary in the full video. All right, right now I'm just introducing you or warming you up. I'm warming you up to what I'm about to get into. All right, but we're gonna get into the practical side of it. Right now, I just want to tell you about the benefits of it. So the benefits essentially is that you cultivate your intuitive abilities. If you want to build or start developing your psychic abilities, you have to be intentional about it, ladies and gents. You can't just wish upon a star. You have to do the fucking work. What is the work? Going out there, going out in nature, seeking to connect, connecting with your deeper self, meditating, learning how to access deeper states of mind. This is the work, ladies and gents. All right? We all have these abilities. Some of you guys are amazed at my tarot reading abilities, at my intuitive abilities. I have many clients that I get feedback on, and I can really say that I can touch people's lives. Not only touch people's lives, but I can really change people's lives. And it's not necessarily me, it's simply the knowledge that I have gained through my work, through going out there, performing rituals, tapping into my inner self. And what I want to tell you with this is essentially that you can do the same. So if you think that I have some sort of intuitive ability because I read tarot cards, believe me, it expands way far beyond just reading tarot and what you see on YouTube. Okay? And what I'm seeking to convey is that you guys could do the same thing. You guys, some of you guys can even be way stronger and way more keen to the spiritual realm than myself. You may not even know it. All right? So this is why I'm creating this video, because I want to motivate you guys to go explore yourselves, to unravel yourselves. When performing this ritual, the idea of casting a magical circle around you, what this does, it doesn't necessarily protect you. It's not a magical circle of protection. It's more so a magical circle of concentration. You're creating a space, a sacred